I got home from work to a pleasant surprise. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Alright, and hey, you know what? I wasn't expecting it until tomorrow, and I kind of had forgotten that they said it shipped and was getting here tomorrow. I came home and I'm looking, and I just noticed out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, when did that get here? That's right. We got our SHTF box. So this is going to be what? This is April. This is the fourth one this year. So far, they've been pretty solid. Not a bunch of... Yeah, we've gotten some duplicate stuff, but nothing like really... If this was like your first year of getting them, then so far this year, you've gotten some pretty solid gear. That's, you know. Alright, but let's get into this. Alright, so we got our card here. This is the April SHTF What's in the Box. Alright. Again, and if this is your first time on the channel, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate that. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. That'd be a great help too. Get the video pushed out to more people. But, so... Wow. Okay, so this particular box, it has three particular levels. You've got your primary box, your pro box, your elite box. And they build on each other. So you got your primary. If you buy the pro, you get the primary and the pro. If you get the elite, which is what we have, you get primary, pro, and elite. So the primary box, which will run you $19.99 per month, and this month's retail value, that's MSRP. So I'm not saying that's how much this stuff is worth, but that's what this would cost you if you were to buy it. So it's the MSRP. So the April retail value is $66.95. All right, so let's get into this. And first up, we do have something that I don't mind getting at all. We'll see how this plays out here, but we do have a Bushmaster Survival Blade. Bushmaster Survival, I find they do either decent knives or trash knives. Some of my favorite ones have been from the Bushmaster Survival. I don't know that I've actually gotten a knife like this one from Bushmaster Survival, so we'll see where this falls into place. But it is a assisted open knife. It does have has kind of an edge there. It is smooth. It is a liner lock. Alright, it does have a window breaker, seatbelt cutter. It feels nice. It's not too bad of a knife. It does have a belt clip on it. Not reversible. Very few of these are. I think I've only got one of these that was reversible. We'll give it a try. I kind of like it. Alright, so that's our first item. The MSRP for that is $14.99. So, not a terribly expensive knife. So, if it breaks, there's nothing, you're not really losing anything. So, alright, so next up, we have another knife. And this is the Trailblazer Survivor Lanyard Hidden Knife. And we've gotten one of these before. Yeah, we've got one of these before. So, basically there's a little tiny knife in here, and it just pops out. But it's not bad for something you can click on a bag. You got a quick little knife. It does have an extra paracord with it. It does have a lanyard, so that's not too bad. All right. And again, $9.99, so that's two knives. The Bushmaster Survival, and then the Trailblazer Survival Lanyard Hidden Knife. It's not that well hidden. I mean, you can see it. But, hey, it is what it is. Alright, we'll talk about these more at a later date. But for now, that's weird. It barely fits in the box now. Huh, alright. Alright, moving on. We have a... in my opinion, one of the best ones. It's the waterproof Know Your Knots. It's a repeat They're saying this is $12.99. No, that's definitely overpriced for that. But that's okay. That's going to go into the giveaway. That's in my opinion, this is one of the best guides. Has some good knots in here, some useful knots. Shows you how to tie them. This is one of the better ones of these. I mean, I'm not gonna knock it too much, but it's not $12.99. So, all right. So far this box is not holding up to the rest of the year. I'm gonna be honest. All right. Next up, well, we do have something good here. We have a I guess it's this glow-in-the-dark paracord bundle, 650 pound rated. So, yep. So we do have some glow-in-the-dark paracord. This is good, like, because if you're rigging like you got a tarp or tent up, and that way you don't hit it in the night. All right, and paracord is always useful. MSRP for this $11.99. To have something that's glow in the dark, that's really not that bad. Because paracord, a hunk of paracord like this at Lowe's is going to cost you $8, so you're only paying a few bucks more. All right. Oh, cool. And last up, for $16.99, we have some Spartan wool fingerless gloves. So they're wool, so that means that these are going to keep your hands warm. Fingerless, which means that you can. It's easy to use these, like if you're at a range or something, because you can have good access. These feel nice. Kind of like these. These will definitely make their way into my kit. Wool socks, wool gloves. These things are all useful. I like these. All right, so that brings the primary box. You get the Bushmaster knife, the hidden lanyard knife, Know Your Knots reference guide, paracord, and these wonderful homeless looking wool gloves. All right, so far so good. Moving on. Next up, the Pro Box. So this would cost you $49.99. And the April retail value is $111.93. So it's more than doubling. So, so first ape we do have Apex 9, and they put out some really good the Apex 9 flashlights we've gotten really good, and this is a rechargeable flashlight. It MSRPs for $19.99. Alright, it does have a micro USB cable. Ooh. Alright, it's not too bad. And it feels, it's plastic. Probably not one of the better ones. I just said how great their flashlights are. But it is very bright. It has 4 LEDs on the front. You've got 3. You've got high, medium, low, and strobe. And then you have a strip right here. So, and it is fully charged when you get it. So it does have a lanyard cord, so you can put that around your hand. Oh. Flashlights are always good, especially rechargeable ones. Of course, with these, you have to have a charging power bank. We've gotten a couple of those now, so that's a pretty good item right there. Flashlights, always good. Candling is one of the 5 C's of sustainability, so that's a pretty good item, and we haven't gotten it yet, so that's pretty cool. Next up, for $24.99, we have a Drifter 9 portable solar heated shower with temperature gauge, which it's got to be this right here. Wait. No, it's this right here. So let's see here. So this will be the second portable shower we've gotten. This one Looks to be this one's like just like your normal solar bag one. So this one's a lot lighter. This is good if you are definitely in the desert or something. You got your hose. You got a shower head. Very simplistic. And then you do have a fairly large bag. And then you have a built-in thermometer right here. So as the bag gets hot, you can see what the temperature is, so you can know when you're ready to shower. We'll give this a try. I'll be interested to know how well that thermometer holds up. But this one's nice. It's quiet. Doesn't need recharging. So that's a pretty nice little portable shower there. Again, I live in the desert, so this will be useful if you're out camping in the desert here, because if you have access to water. You fill that up, let it heat up in the sun. Oh, it's 80 degrees, 70 degrees. Okay, it's warm enough to take a shower in. Not sure how long that hose will last up, but we'll definitely give it a shot, though. Showers always make your day better. I don't care who you are, a shower will make your day better. Alright. And so, if you get the Pro Box, you would have gotten the first 5 items: the 2 knives, the power paracord, the Know Your Knots, the gloves, and then you would also get a shower and a relatively nice flashlight. All right. And you never ever want to overlook hygiene in a survival situation. Not only will it help you feel better, but keep those germs away so you don't get sick. Alright, so we got us a little shower. Alright. So that is the Pro Box. Okay, so we got 2 items. I'm going to hold off on the last one. The next one, it is a $49, but the Elite Box, which will cost you $89.99, has a retail value of $176.91. So we're going to skip one item because I do want to talk about it last, and we're going to go into this one. This is a folding shovel and case for $14.99. And having a folding shovel, if you're in a need to dig a latrine or whatever the case may be, dig a fighting position, you need to have a shovel. I don't know how good this one's going to be, but did it say who makes it? Nope. We don't know if it's Trailblazer, if it's who, but it's a folding shovel and case. So, small case, hook and loop. Have I gotten this one before? A tiny little shovel. I might have this one, or one like it. Handle unscrews. The size is nice and convenient. It's lightweight. It is metal though, so. All right, $14.99. I don't think that's bad for a shovel, and that's not what you're paying for this. Because remember, this whole MSRP is $176.91, and you only paid $89 for it. So, but now the last one, in my opinion, probably one of the best items we've gotten in all of them. But we have a Doomsday Heirloom Seed Garden Starter for $49.99. 100% heirloom, that's what it says. More than 10,000 seeds. 35 vegetable varieties. Let's see here. Arugula, artichoke, asparagus, green beans, beets, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, celery, collard greens, cucumbers, eggplant, kale, kohlrabi, bib lettuce, bronze mignonette lettuce, lima beans, honeydew melon, cantaloupe, okra, red onion, yellow onion, peas, sweet peppers, radish, rutabaga, spinach, green summer squash, yellow summer squash, beefsteak tomatoes, red cherry tomatoes, turnips, and watermelons. These are guaranteed grown in the USA, American organic seeds. And this is nice. Because, you know, we can talk about knives and shovels and, you know, flashlights and paracord all day long. But all that stuff, it'll get you where you need to get. But if you're in a really dire survival situation, you know, you could have a truckload of MREs. Eventually, it's going to run out. You have to have some way of long time sustainment. And heirloom seeds are one of the best things to have, because the heirloom means that whatever you know these produce, you can grow more plants from these seeds, and so you can let them grow to seed, and then next year you have seeds to start again. And that's why getting heirloom seeds is so important. And again, made in the USA, 100% heirloom. I'm probably going to look into this company a little bit just to see. If you recall, I did buy some seeds. They're in my freezer right now, you know, to make sure that they stay as fresh as possible. These ones are going in the freezer too. This is nice. More than 10,000 seeds. That translates to a lot of food, and it's extremely important. So, like I said, this is probably one of the best things, in my opinion, in all of the SHTF boxes I've ever gotten. This is probably one of the best things when you really think about survival and prepping, is to have a good seed base. And I plan on getting more. I've got a whole bunch in Amazon that I've set aside. Herbs, all kinds of things. So, that's pretty cool. That right there is pretty cool. That might be my favorite thing in the box. So, alright, that's it. So that brings your total MSRP to, again, I said $176.91. Now, would I ever pay $176.91 for this stuff? No, I wouldn't. Because, I mean, you know, yeah, this, you know what, if I saw this, I might buy this. It's a flashlight. I bought a lot of flashlights. So, flashlight, yeah, you might, you know, you're likely to buy a flashlight. These, you probably buy. This, kind of getting in that questionable area. This, yeah, I bought all kinds of paracord. I would never buy this. If I'm gonna buy something, I'm gonna buy a whole book for like probably the same price. I've wasted a lot of money on knives, so no biggie there. I would never buy something like this. This, maybe. I have not bought any stuff like that before in the past, but that's not saying that I wouldn't. And of course, these, I buy these. I don't know. I don't know. It's a toss-up between the gloves and the seeds. I really like these gloves. I like the fingerless gloves. They're good for like working. And wool, my hands are warm in these. So, and they do have the long, so it's like your sleeves come down to here, so it goes into your sleeve. So that's gonna help you stay warm too, because then, you know, your sleeves are gonna help keep the cold out. So, not bad. I like these gloves. These are pretty good gloves. All right, that's it for the month of April. other than a couple items, I still think this is a pretty good month. The primary box was starting to look rough. I'm not gonna lie. Um, you know, anytime you get these, it's a rough month because these things are kind of just like, oh, we got to put something in the box. We'll throw one of those in. It's kind of filler space. So kind of like the Bounce Saga and Bleach. It's just filler. But I think that because let's see here, knives are it's someone commented on one of my videos. Knives are, whether it's this knife, whether it's knives are just a tool. It's a hunk of steel with an edge on it. Yeah, we get knives every month, so the knive's not really that big of a deal. It's a different knife, so that's cool. The lanyard hidden knife, okay, yeah, little tiny blade. And some paracord. I mean, that's like, oh, it's looking rough. Then you get the what? Then you get this. It's like, oh man, this is a bad month. But then you get like some glow in the dark paracord, and paracord's useful. I buy paracord, a lot. I have a lot of paracord, and I'm never upset to get more paracord. So, okay, now we're starting to look up, and when you take it into the whole count of the whole year, say, okay, all right, so not bad. And then you get, get the wool gloves. Well, that's good. That's layers. That's to keep you warm. That's another, okay, yeah, that's a pretty good. When you take it in context of 2025, okay. Rechargeable flashlight. Flashlights are great. So, yeah, the Drifter 9, solar, shower. It's not really that glamorous, but hygiene's important. So, okay, yeah, that's not bad. It's not a horrible item. Then you get, then a Doomsday Heirloom seed set. That's huge. That's like a massive thing, and that's just awesome. And then you get a folding shovel, and it's like, yeah, it's a cool tool to have, but at the same point in time, it's something that you can either have or not have, and it's a good tool. But so we haven't gotten yet. So all in all, I think this whole year, 2025, we've only gotten a handful out of what 9 times 4, 36 items so far. We've only gotten I would say 30 of those items are build on each other and make for a pretty good year thus far. Right, that's it. I'm not going to eat any more of your time. If you've gotten this far, I do appreciate it. And yeah, hey, again, remind you, hey, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, and if you're not subscribed, and especially if you want to see these and keep coming back, do yourself a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell down there. That way you'll get notified when I put new videos up. Again, here maybe next month, but definitely after that. But definitely, if not in May, definitely in June, gonna be picking up barrel and blade and another fishing box. So we're gonna start putting some more boxes out there. We're gonna start testing some more stuff out. I'm gonna start working less, so I'm gonna have more time to actually get out there, hit the trails, get out in the desert. Not that glamorous, but hey, there's stuff to do in the desert still. And I'm gonna be putting out some good videos this year. And you want to be along for the ride, you gotta make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification. That way you get notified. Anyway, until next time, keep prepping.